Okay, so for this Jigsaw reading, I had racial equity and leadership. The reading starts off with talking about the election of our first biracial president, Barack Obama, and it goes on to say about how this has opened up new opportunities for work on racial equity in communities. It creates an opening for more inclusive leadership models as well. In 2009, the leadership team at the W.K. Kellogg Foundation commissioned a scan to identify promising strategies for supporting and developing leadership that can make significant progress on undoing structural racism. There are three broad pathways for achieving goals related to race relations and racial justice, those three being individual, intergroup, and institutional. The individual approach focuses on building the knowledge, awareness, and skills of individuals to increase cultural and racial awareness and confront prejudices. The intergroup approach brings people of different racial and ethnic identity groups together to dismantle stereotypes and build relationships of trust, and they also work together to solve problems. The individual, excuse me, the institutional approach focuses on strengthening the capacity of organizations and institutions to communicate about race, organize and mobilize for change, and advocate for inclusivity. All three approaches address important aspects of the change process. Um, there are several opportunities and urgent demands for radical changes in the leadership status quo. One of I'll list out four here. The first one is the anticipated transfer of leadership creates an opportunity to diversify the sector. Number two is the election of Barack Obama demonstrated a new leadership landscape with a massive mobilization using decentralized, self-organizing strategies, um, unprecedented level of civic engagement, and the election of our first biracial president. Um, Number three is the development of new social technologies presents unique opportunities to connect leaders to reach new scales of influence. Um, the and number four, the burden of the economic recession will fall most heavily on low wealth and vulnerable communities. To respond to these changes, we have to take full advantage of the changing leadership landscape. Some things we need to do is number one, support leadership of people of color. Um, Two, strengthen collective leadership capacity. Three, build and sustain leadership work across a wide spectrum of differences. Four, enhance leadership within communities. And five, create social equality. The Leadership Leaning Community, or LLC, uh, a collab- they created like a collaborative leaning initiative, and it was formed to uh, push for new models of leadership that work to validate leadership approaches that are like more inclusive of people of color. Um, Leadership for racial equality paradigm requires a different philosophy. The dominant paradigm often focuses on providing individuals with knowledge and skills to create to increase their capacity to move into leadership roles. Four core elements of the leadership philosophy that the LLC believe are essential to addressing inequalities that persist because of race, power, and privilege. They are community, determination, asset based, experience driven, and relational. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Like community, determination as one, and then asset based, experience driven, and relational. Those are the four. Some leadership strategies to enhance leadership for racial equity. One, I'll list them off here: listening, storytelling, healing, inner work, community coaching, a social justice framework, place based leadership approaches, policy and advocacy skills, organizing skills, mentoring, and leadership development pathways.